Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello and welcome into this Golf Central special. I'm Cara Banks, where we take a moment to reflect on what was an incredible Sunday at the Summit Club. Rory McIlroy went on to win the CJ Cup by one stroke, just holding off over Colin Morikawa, who put together an incredible final round 62 to finish just one short. Rickie Fowler ultimately tied third with Keith Mitchell. Let's hear what Rory McIlroy had to say to the media after earning his 20th PGA Tour title.
Yeah, I think coming into today, you know, Rickie was a couple ahead. Sort of expected someone to come from the pack and shoot a low one, and that was Colin. You know, Colin got from 14 to 24. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those days. You know, you're going to get chances. You know, you're going to have birdie putts, maybe a couple eagle looks on the par fives, and it's just a day to stay patient. And I really didn't try to look at the leaderboards too much, especially on the front nine. On the back nine, a little bit. I had a look after I made the eagle on 14 just to see where I was, and I saw I had a 2-shot lead at that point. So yeah, it was, you know, I've played really well this week. You know, highlighted by the 10 under yesterday, but you know, to follow that up with a really solid run today. You know, I made one bogey today on the par 4 fourth hole. Actually, it wasn't a bad putt. I 3-putted, but the second putt it was more of a misread than a bad putt. But apart from that, just played really solid golf. Just kept giving myself birdie looks, and you know, thankfully made enough of them to get the job done.
Awesome. With that, we'll open it up to questions from media on the line. First up, Steve DiMaglio with USA Today.
Rory, what was your most important shot today?
I think when people look back, they'll probably say that the putt on 14, but I think the one shot which was probably part skill, part luck, was the third shot on 10. You know, I got that ball up and down on 10 for par, which kept momentum for me, which is sort of the stuff that I hadn't been doing for the last few months, and there. It doesn't seem like much, but those things are huge in rounds like this. And then because of that par save, I went and hit a great 5-iron into 11, made birdie on 12 with a good tee shot there. So, you know, just because of that par save, I didn't feel like I needed to force the issue on the next couple of holes, and that was massive.
And when did you know that Morikawa was coming, and does that do anything to your mind?
I saw on I think when I eagled 14, there was a board on the right side there, and I looked and I saw he was at 20. He was at 22 playing the last. So I got a 3-shot lead over him. And then the next time I looked at a board was walking down 16, and I saw he'd eagled the last. So then I knew, okay, I need to hit some good golf shots on the way in. You know, make a couple of solid pars, and you know, I was able to do that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next up, Greg Robertson with Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Congratulations, Rory.
Thanks.
You may be a little biased with this question, but I'm wondering, after playing this course for a week, what you think of the Summit as a venue for you guys. An average just a little over 68. Just a ton of birdies. Is this a legitimate test for you guys, and is it some place you'd like to play again?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of this week, I think you know, PGA Tour members would be pretty happy to just give the place back to the members and to Discovery. It's a decent test. I think if you keep it on the short grass, there's obviously a bunch of birdie opportunities, and I think with you know, Vegas being a little bit at altitude and the course not really being that long to begin with, you know, it's probably a little benign for a PGA Tour event. But you know, with everything that's happening, CJ having to go to Shadow Creek last year, you know, the scoring was low there. You know, the scoring was low last week at Summerlin, scoring's low this week here. It's just, you know, you get desert golf and you get the best players in the world. You know, we're going to make a lot of birdies.
And then you talked about this a little on Wednesday, the 20th win. How significant is that number to you?
It's pretty significant. I mean, I think when you can do something to achieve lifetime membership on tour, I think I still need to play another couple of years after this one to actually get it. But that's great, you know. So by the time I'm 34, 35, not having to worry about you know, minimums on tour and being able to really set a schedule, and especially at that point when, you know, kids will be getting into school age and maybe wanting to spend a little bit more time at home. You know, that's important. You know, when you look to the bigger things in life, you know, getting to that level. To, you know, I can pick and choose where I play nowadays anyway, but you know, that makes it even better and less of a burden, I guess.
Right. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, Doug Ferguson with the Associated Press.
Rory, congratulations. I wonder if you could talk a little bit more about 10, what you faced, and tell me if I'm wrong, but you didn't look terribly thrilled as it was in the air, but I may have misread that.
You did not misread that, Doug. I think you've watched enough golf in your lifetime to know that I wasn't pleased with it. I've sort of had this bad habit recently of when I've short-sided myself and have to come over a bunker, I've predominantly left them short. So I've tried to pick a more aggressive landing spot. So even just saying to yourself, just land it by the pin, and if it rolls out 20 feet, at least give yourself a putt. And that was what I tried to do there, but it came off a little high and not as much forward as I thought. And I honestly thought I'd plugged it in the face of the bunker. And it carried the bunker by 2 yards and got a nice little shoot forward off the fringe, and you know, it was a tap-in par. So you know, it goes back to what I said on Wednesday. You know, to win golf tournaments, you need a little bit of luck here and there, and today on 10, that was my little bit of luck.
You've done this before. I mean, this kind of reminds me of Quail, your first win when you were 9 back going into the weekend and dropped low ones. Do you have to remind yourself that you're capable of that? Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, I knew, you know, I was 9 under through 2 days here and didn't feel like I played my best. I left a few out there. I made a triple bogey on the first day, you know, so I knew there was a low weekend in me. And then to shoot, you know, the most of the work was done yesterday to shoot the 10 under and get myself into the last grip. I knew today it was just a matter of, you know, just keep applying the pressure, keep hitting fairways, keep hitting greens. And if I do that, you know, I feel like I would have a really good chance.
So today, Rory McIlroy joined this elite list, becoming one of the youngest players ever to get to 20 PGA Tour victories. Since 1960, Tiger Woods was the youngest, age 24, Jack Nicklaus 26. Meanwhile, Tom Watson, Arnold Palmer, Phil Mickelson and Billy Casper, all in their 30s, much like Rory McIlroy, 32 today. Well, in his 32nd year, I should say, when he won the CJ Cup at Summit today. Now, well and truly part of the 20s club, and you would think will keep going from here. Has also guaranteed lifetime membership on the PGA Tour. That will begin at the conclusion of his 15th year of active membership. That will be following the 22-23 season.
Hold it over your head.
Yeah.